sneaking suspicion. I can't read them. Not you.
I choose you.
Hey! There we go. Hey, fellas.
Fellas.
Welcome back to the Fellas Show. Today's August 30th.
Oh, man.
We're almost out of here.
September?
We're almost out of the month that starts with an A.
Wow.
And is represented by an 8. It's the 8th.
Braxton's really going to do that, huh? Just kind of come on and say happy birthday, Sean.
Thanks, Braxton. Really appreciate you. Not a lot of people remembered.
Get out. Get out. We had some stuff go down this weekend.
Yeah.
There were sports that happened.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of them, too.
Quite a few.
Let's see. But yes, it is Monday. We are back once again. This beautiful Monday. God, we are good at this. We have been doing this for a while now.
Let's like a participation trophy. Gosh, we sure showed up.
We sure did click the button to hit start show.
That's actually, today that was not as easy
Yeah,
a process as it should have been, but
Hey, you know what
regardless, we're
happens.
here.
Yeah, it happens.
Regardless, we're here. We saw, do we just get into it?
Yeah, no, I want to talk about last night. Last night, we have YouTube/Vine/TikTok star Jake Paul go against former UFC champion old ass Tyron Woodley. Honestly, great fight. At the end of the day,
it was cool.
It was a pretty good.
It was
fight.
pretty good.
It was a lot better than what I thought it was going to be. It was a lot closer than what I thought it was going to be. But Jake Paul did win the fight, according to judges. I would agree that Jake Paul also won the fight. But what was really weird is the announcers for the fight, for some reason, had Jake Paul up like 7-1 rounds. Mm-hmm. And I did not. I know we watched that together. I don't think I saw it that way.
Yeah, I think to me it seemed like there was you either had to give the one, because there's one that he absolutely wanted that the announcers even gave him, and then I would say it was either one before that or one after that. One of them had to be.
Yeah, it was. I counted third, fourth,
I think that's the
eighth round,
and then one on the tail end.
Yeah. I think the last round, I think Tyron got 2, but. I don't know. I see a lot of stuff out there. They're like, Tyron won the fight. That's rigged, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, because he knocked him down, blah, blah. I was like, well, first of all, ropes got him. So technically, that's not a knockdown. Now, if you want to argue it, absolutely, you can argue that a point should have been taken from that. Because that is technically, that should have been a knockdown if the ropes weren't there. Mm-hmm. But even if you argue that, that's still, he won the fight by 1 point. He won it by a round. Now, obviously, rounds can go opposite ways. But people out there saying it's rigged, and then I saw like a poll, and it said 58% of people thought Tyron Woodley won the fight. Like, guys, come on, he didn't win the fight. And this has been Tyron Woodley's problem towards the end of his UFC career, and this is why the UFC let him go. On top of being old, but there's other old people in UFC, is the fact that he just doesn't. When he had that slight knockdown, he kind of backed out, and you even called it right away. And he's like, dude, you see that? Like, he literally hit him and like backed away. And that's not rigged. That's not anything. That's Tyron Woodley. That is the reason that the UFC didn't want him anymore. Because Tyron Woodley, it's just, there's something about him. He lost a fight. He lost some kind of drive in him at some point when he was fighting. Might have been when he got his chin broken like 4 fights in a row. Maybe went to glass. I don't know. I know Jake landed a couple shots that definitely made him back up a few times. Yeah. There was definitely, like, give some credit to Jake because he's the reason that Tyron Woodley wasn't lunging in the whole time. But to say that Tyron Woodley won that fight, no. He maybe had the best shot of the fight, but to say he won that, no. He didn't throw enough. He wasn't active enough. And I think DC tweeted it out after the fight, Daniel Cormier, who's obviously on Tyron's side. Yeah. I think every single UFC person was on Tyron's side. And he's even like, man, this was the problem with Tyron. He's like, first of all, he's like, damn it, Tyron. Like, what are you doing? And he's like, you weren't active enough. Like, you lost the fight because you weren't active enough. You would have thrown more punches and gotten into him. You probably would have won the fight.
It's true.
But he just wasn't active enough, and the ones that Jake did throw, he did connect with.
Yeah, he landed a few.
He landed a couple of really good ones. So, yeah, I think absolutely Jake Paul deserved to win that fight. I agreed with the first judge who scored it, who said it was 77-75. I think that was the right. Whoever gave Tyron, the one judge who gave Tyron like 5-3. Yeah, 77,
he gave him
75,
77 to 75
Yeah.
the other way.
And then the last guy who gave it like
78.
way, what is it?
78, 74, I think.
Was it?
Yeah.
And I didn't agree with that one either. But, and then Tyron saying he won the fight after now. Now, the rematch thing, because Jake Paul does not want to fight again. I think Jake Paul went through so much training for the past little bit, and I think he's kind of done with that. Because the man had
for a little bit.
The man had to have worked his ass off.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, don't like the guy, not a good human being, but the guy had to have worked his ass off to be able to fight like that. Like, he looks like a good boxer, and he has not been boxing for that long. So therefore, he had to have been grinding in the gym.
I agree. I don't think there's anything you can't say he didn't work for it. My whole thing about it is like I'm not impressed that he worked for it because he has infinite money and nothing
in the world,
to do.
Yeah, and just he can spend on.
But yeah, he
sparring with the
absolutely
best in
did
the world.
have to train to do it.
Yeah,
And then practice. Practice makes perfect.
And then the whole end of the fight, you have Tyron Woodley saying he won the fight, he wants a rematch. One, Jake Paul doesn't want a rematch against a guy he already beat because that's just a lose-lose for him. I mean, unless securing a bag, but he really doesn't care about that at this point. I would not think he has enough money to do anything with. Plus, he's going to get paid on another fight anyways.
With some money. I think
Yeah. But then at the very end, he's like, nah, you're old news. Like, I don't want to fight you. And he's like, okay, fine, get the tattoo, and then we'll rematch. And Tyron Woodley looks at him and he goes, bet. He's like, absolutely, I'll get the tattoo if it means we can rematch. Absolutely. So I don't know if Tyron Woodley's getting that tattoo and we're going to see a rematch, but I'm 99% sure we will not see a rematch.
See, I have no idea how I feel about the tattoo because on one hand, hey, man of your word.
Yeah, man of your word. You're supposed to get the tattoo. Like, it was said that if you lose, you have to get a tattoo of I love Jake Paul on you.
Yep.
And, hey, if he agrees to it and he does it and we get a rematch out of this, I'll be ecstatic. But I have a feeling that we will not see a rematch of this fight. I have a very, very weird feeling. I don't think Jake wants to fight for a while. And I truly do believe that if they fought again, Tyron Woodley would win.
It's like if he wants to, I just don't understand.
Yeah, my thing is, there's no way Jake Paul can train harder than what he just did. You could see it in his face, knowing, like, after the fight, when he's like, I think I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I'll come back when I'm ready. And you can tell he is worn the fuck out. Like, he's been doing this.
I mean, his last fight was only 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Like, he's been going, too.
Yeah. And, like, that's a lot of training. That's a lot of work. I'd imagine he's like, I'm not even a real boxer. Like, I don't.
But yeah, because even real boxers will say.
And also, he might have figured out last night just how not real of a boxer he is. I mean, hey, he's in the ring, he's boxing, he's a real boxer. And I have.
But going 8 rounds.
But I think he figured out that he can get hit pretty hard.
Yeah.
I think Tyron rung his bell a couple times. And 2, I think he now realizes that he has a long ways to go before he's going to challenge anyone that's in a bigger name in the boxing world.
Yeah.
Like, not 39-year-old former UFC champions that already have some doubts on him.
Just a current professional boxer.
Like, a current professional boxer that's his side that is contending for a belt, or, like, trying to contend
not
for
even,
a belt.
like, literally just someone who's a professional boxer right now.
I want him to go against, like, a top 40 ranked boxer in his weight class and be like, go, I want to see it.
Yeah.
I think he could hold his own, but I think he's got a long ways to go before he's at that level. And I think last night showed that, and I think last night he figured that out after fighting Tyron. Because if you fight a 39-year-old former UFC champion and you barely beat him, you got some work to do before you're in a boxing ring with real professionals. Yeah, very interesting. Not the way I thought the fight was going to go.
No, not at all.
I figured Jake would clip him on the chin and watch Tyron go down, or vice versa. But that bet, Jake Paul to win by points, was very nice. Plus 500.
Very nice.
I had a feeling that neither one could put each other out. I didn't see Tyron Woodley be able to go down.
Yeah. See, I always forget that you don't have to knock each other out.
You don't have to.
Like, because
Everyone says
the whole time
you don't
leading
have
up,
to.
we're like, let's go. Like, he's about it. Yeah, most likely you're just going to swing at each other for 40 minutes. You're going to walk away unsatisfied.
Yeah, right. I said, knowing you got to get that tattoo, how do you not come out like Hurricane in the last round? That's Tyron Woodley though. That's always been his problem. It's been his problem that's why the UFC got rid of it. He doesn't. It's like, dude, you need to win the round. You need to go put him on his ass, and he's still out there reserved and holding back and not swinging. It's like, what are you doing? And that's been the problem with Tyron Woodley back when he was towards his later years of the UFC too. That's why the UFC let him go. He wasn't the same fighter. I don't know. But I'm glad that's over with.
Yep.
And I don't have to hear about it anymore.
Well, yeah, for some reason...
It sounds like Jake Paul's not going to fight for a while.
For some reason, I just think there's going to... Something will come up.
You think so? I don't know if
we're not done hearing about this yet.
Definitely not. I just don't know if there's going to be a rematch.
He's just going to steal Floyd's hat or something again.
Him versus Floyd would be interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
And he's going to do... He would do better than Logan.
You think?
No, Logan's just not a good boxer. Logan's not a very good boxer. Can probably take a hell of a punch. He's probably pretty strong. But, like, did you see him in that fight against Mayweather? Like, he came out and he was, like... like, hitting the top of his head at one point. Definitely just not as skilled of a boxer. Interesting stuff, though.
And how do you get the Mayweather fight?
I don't know. You know what I want to see again, though? That TikToker versus YouTube fights. Those were insane.
Yeah.
Did you watch any of those?
No.
Back, what was that, a couple months ago now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely
We
crazy.
watched all of those. It was pretty good.
Like, people were just coming out and swinging at each other.
Yeah. My problem with that was it was exactly like how basically any of these celebrity kind of amateur boxing fights go, and then everyone comes out after like, I'm the best now. I'm a boxer now. I'll fight anyone now, and it's like, this guy's still 19 and like 160
who is
pounds.
It? Banks? What's his name?
Yeah.
Banks or whatever comes out after, and he's like, I loved it. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, you just fought a little dweeb who sits behind his phone all day. Like, let's settle down.
But boy, was it fun to watch them fighting each other.
Oh, my Lord, dude. And hey, I'd imagine you get in that ring and so much adrenaline shit takes you over and you just start swinging for the fences. That's what I would do if I got in one of those rings. Like, I don't even know how it'd be. Oh, boy, McGregor got to get a new leg. Yeah, Connor's got to figure out his leg thing first before he fights. Connor versus Jake. Hey, it would sell a lot of fucking pay-per-view, that's all I know. A lot of pay-per-view. Apparently this was the second highest pay-per-view fight of the year behind Logan and Floyd. I think they're lying about their numbers, though. I'm pretty positive they're lying about their numbers considering how many people illegally stream these fights.
Mm-hmm.
Or non-illegally stream these fights. It's just, like, there's no way pay-per-view is making that much money. Because the people who are watching are people like us, who we all know where to go to see the fights and not pay for them. Like,
what are you talking about?
Anyone who's our age.
We always pay for the fights and watch them in a very legal manner.
Like, there's just no way. There's no way that people are paying for these fights. Like, you have to be a dumbass. Like, I get it if you want to watch it without the stream and, like, you got a bunch of people over. But there's not that many people doing that on a Sunday night.
Right, you know what even the problem is now? Now it's not even like a pay-per-view channel. Like, you're still just getting a stream.
Yeah.
Well, we could just buffer anyway. Imagine paying however much, and it just starts buffering.
I'd be pissed.
At least the legal one, you know, I have that coming. Like,
I know what's gonna happen.
I put that on myself. I don't know who's making this. Man.
Plus, they've had so many problems with
it. True. One of the homies is getting the check. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Get the pay-per-view. I actually don't know. I might still stream it, to be honest.
I would probably have to pay for that.
Depends
if one of the homies.
Does he have a shot, or is it just like?
I don't care. Sean, I'm not gonna lie. Even if I knew you were gonna get your ass handed to you in a ring, I would pay for it just to watch you get your ass handed to you in a ring. Hey, I'd be cheering you on, but at the same time, I'd be like, wow, this is gonna be electric. Like, one of the homies goes in the ring. Oh.
Bro, I would walk in, go. No glove touch, and then immediately go for the heads up, headbutt. Just run, like eye contact too though. Running like this,
Just head bash him.
either my head gets there first or I'm down, and that's all I got.
Throw 2 punches and run.
Don't get everyone hyped up, and then we go get them.
Naruto sprint at him with your head down.
Like just freestyle over.
It would be fun to have a boxing match, like a real
Now,
a ring with actual gloves and like
Yeah, it would
actually
be
have a
cool.
boxing match.
I would pay whatever the asking price is for Eric versus Teenage Bear, especially if Eric has the crack.
Why is this a thing? Why is me versus? Can I go against something like other than the most deadly animal on planet Earth?
Yeah, that's why going against a teenage version of the most deadly animal.
Okay. Aren't they like fully grown at like 3?
It's bear years.
I'm just saying, I feel like this is not a good.
Yeah, like an legitimately like 18-year-old bear. That'd be that'd be a pretty big bear still.
I don't think I would.
We're talking
I might
bear
be okay.
years.
I'd channel my inner Putin and just start
True.
blowing that bitch.
True, and then scored like 85 goals on the ice. Go home, sign some legislation.
It's still one of the funniest videos ever.
He's
The goalie like literally like dives the opposite way and he scores and everyone's like cheering for him.
he's such an electric
just
hockey
skating
player.
around. Do you think like I think we talked about that before, but do you think he actually thinks he's good? Or like he knows that everyone's just
I think he knows, but he doesn't.
he doesn't
He
acknowledge
pretends
it?
he doesn't.
He's like, I'm so powerful they have to do that for me kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it's just even the concept of like it's like I just dropped that many goals. I don't care if I deserved it or not. Something I did led to that, right? There's something I did in my life that's led to me dropping 50 on the Russian Olympic team or whatever.
Fucking Putin. Morning, Stephanie.
It's Putin kind of day. Just
How's chat, fellas? How we doing on this Monday? How was everyone's weekend? Everyone do well? I apologize for no VIP yesterday, but we weren't in the frame of mind yesterday to be sending out plays.
we're just out there at the Fighting Phils, baby.
Who won? Go Phils.
Yup.
Go Phils. Oh, that live bet, team total over 6.5 was.
My live betting was electric.
So the game was what 7-4, 7-4. I went to the bathroom 2 times during the game, and I think I missed a total of 8 runs out of the
Wow.
overall 11.
Yeah.
I think I caught the first 3, and after that, I didn't see any runs happen. Every single time I went to take a piss, the Phillies scored. And so at the end of the game, I was like, oh, Phillies need a couple runs. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Came back. They scored 2 runs. I was like, what the hell?
This is a pretty good game. Got to see Ranger Suarez, who has who I already really liked Ranger. Like every time I saw him, I said,
pitcher.
"This guy's a beast."
Yeah.
But his walkout song.
Guys, his name is Ranger Suarez, and when he comes out to bat, he comes out to Kid Cudi, Mr. Rager, every single time. And he even like clipped it and sent it in for its like Mr. Rager. Like
Yeah.
it starts right there. Coolest walkout song I've ever seen in my life.
That was pretty sweet.
I wanted the guy to hit a fucking dinger as soon as I heard it.
Turns out, not so much
Not so much a batter.
But man, he
But
was throwing
man,
heaters today
He
too.
was-
Yesterday,
he was
today,
throwing-
yesterday.
Yeah, one of those days. He was throwing some gas. And plus, like, even if he goes 0 for 10 and strikes out every time, he's still locked up to Mr. Rager,
Yeah.
which is sick. Oh, what's that? Official punch stats for
Yeah.
Jake Paul versus Tiger Woods. Yeah, I think Jake Paul pretty much.
It's kind of interesting. I was just seeing if there's anything
So 2 of 6, 2 of 8. Yeah, see, he just didn't throw.
Except for that's the one round he won, and then this one, that's the one I also thought he won. Was the 5th
Okay.
round, and then Yeah.
Like, he didn't throw his... Like, look at all the jabs. 103,
And then he
105,
should've-
107, 107.
So he should have gotten at least 3, though, I think.
He should have gotten 3. Absolutely,
really
yeah.
seems
I
like-
think that first judge had it right. 77, 75, I think, was absolutely... And then if you wanted to... Let's say you want to argue that should have been a knockdown because he got saved by the ropes, then yeah, take another point, but it's still 76-75. He still loses even if he gets that knockdown credited to him. Just wasn't active enough. Like, look at the jab. I swear, he landed every single time he threw his jab, his straight right, it connected.
Yeah.
Like, right through his face, and he just didn't throw it. Very weird. DC said that was one of his problems when he was a fighter too. He never like worked on his jab, or he never like trusted in his jab and was confident in it.
Probably didn't have to use it as much.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in the UFC it's not as big of a punch, maybe.
You have a lot more options besides the
You're
jab.
looking for a lot of different things.
If you only throw a few, you got a little more of a buffet to go about.
But Jake Paul did say that if he gets a tattoo, he will rematch him, and they're like, send the fucking contract right now. Like, let's do it. So maybe we'll see a rematch. Highly doubt it, though. Highly doubtful. Our guy Ariel Helwani is getting the spotlight now for fighting. I do like that guy. He's pretty funny.
Here's a funny little story.
Okay.
On Sunday, you might have saw that ESPN had a high school football game on.
Yep.
It was between IMG Academy, which is in Florida. Probably have heard of it. It's one of the. It is like. They have like. Just programs that are basically specifically
like,
for athletes.
or whatever.
That it's like it is just.
It's one of those like you're
it's
just
like
taking players from all over the country.
Yeah, it's like they probably have 20 NFL
yeah.
players on their team right
Yeah.
now. Like it's crazy. It's an actual like sports academy. It's wild, and it is like insane and beautiful and like $1 million. Like I can't put it up on the screen at the moment. But
Yeah,
like,
that's
look at these facilities, dude.
That's
it's just insane. It looks like a resort. So obviously really, 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 really good. They were playing against this team that was also supposed to be pretty good, called Bishop Sycamore out of Iowa. They said apparently ESPN was told that it's a super well-regarded program. They have multiple D1 prospects. But the end of the game was a 58-0 whooping of Bishop Sycamore.
so what, they just lied about being good?
That's what it seems like. IMG has a quarter of the top 40 class of 2022. And the other looked like an average high school team.
Oh, and ESPN announcers say Bishop Sycamore.
Yeah, so this is the funny part. When the team was up 30-0.
Yeah.
You look at IMG, and this is the most talented prep team in the country. Bishop Sycamore told us they had a number of Division I prospects on their roster, and to be frank, a lot of that we could not verify. They did not show up in our database. They did not show up in databases of other recruiting services. So okay, what you're telling us, fine. That's how we're taking it in. From what we've seen so far, this is not a fair fight, and there's got to be a point where we're worried about health and safety. I already am worried about it. I think this could potentially be dangerous given the circumstances and the mismatch that we have here. And quite honestly, Bishop Sycamore doesn't have not only the frontline players, but they don't have the depth in case something were to happen to their roster with the cater to here throughout the remaining 2 quarters of this football game.
Ooh. So this was like bad. Like this was just a bully beatdown.
But then this article does bring up a good point too. It says, if ESPN really took a high school program at its word that it had a number of Division I prospects on its roster, it would be quite a failure of programming.
Plus, like, how do you not know?
I don't
Can't
know.
you just look up these kids and be like, oh,
Yeah.
that's not a 5-star.
Yeah. Oh, this guy didn't come up in any of the database.
Considering
but
you're the
really
fucking, you are the database. Like you are the one who ranked these people. Like ESPN is the one who ranks.
But we're not even talking Here's one's a little deep dive is up. We're not even talking. How many top recruits you have? We're talking. Searching top prospects of Ohio in 2022 and 2023 has 0 results for Bishop Sycamore. The team went 0-6 last season, was outscored 227-42, and lost 56-6 to IMG last season, and was already 1-1 going into this game.
Wait, so they literally just finessed their way?
They completely. It had to be a complete lie.
They just finessed themselves onto ESPN. That's pretty crazy. Also, how the fuck do you not do your research beforehand and know that this game's gonna be dog shit? It's like it takes one Google. It's literally one Google, and you'd figure out exactly who that team is. Like, you can see the record that they've gotten crunched before by the exact same team.
They also played a secret game on Friday that they didn't tell any of the schedulers about. So technically they were 0-2, but they didn't tell anyone about that game because they wouldn't have been allowed to play a game on Sunday had they played a game on Friday. But yeah, so they found out that Bishop Sycamore played. The quarterback tweeted out a video of some of his highlights, and then so. Who are the people that scheduled the game? Paragon Marketing Group told the the reporter that they were not aware that Bishop Sycamore played Friday, and they would have canceled the game if they knew about it. So they also got duped by Bishop Sycamore.
Braxton is from Iowa, and he said he's never heard of that place, nor has any of his roommates.
Because it's not an actual high school. It's an online charter school with a football program that's not even affiliated with the Ohio High School Athletic Association that played its first ever football season last year. How about that for the big twist?
How did they get away with this? I mean, I'm not even mad. Like, how did they? This is literally, I guarantee they sat down and were like, hey, we should try and get on ESPN. We should tell them we're really good or something. And all of a sudden ESPN came back, it's like, hey, we're going to put you on air. And then they're like, holy shit, it worked. Holy shit, it worked.
They lied about their roster so they could play a second game in 3 days against what's probably the most athletically gifted football team in high school in America just to get on TV.
When you're not even like a real high school.
Amazing.
This needs to be talked about more. This needs to be a bigger story than what it is.
This is amazing. I know, obviously, dangerous, stupid, should not be done. But to just imagine whoever was like, someone was behind this, you know, so, like, this didn't happen by accident. Someone was sitting there like, this is my plan.
How do you...
Guys, hear me out.
Dude, some intern at ESPN is getting fired is all I know.
Yeah.
Like, how do you not do the background check? Like, how do you it's one fucking Google's worth of information. Like, you can literally just Google the school and see everything about them. How do you not... You know, I should do some research on this team, but they seem pretty trustworthy. I'm just going to believe them that they have a bunch of D1 prospects, even though we have no idea whose names they are.
I just don't know how you feel at a football team of an online charter school, because, like, I don't know, if it just started last year, I don't even know how they had enough players to field a football team, let alone having, like, D1 prospects that they claim. Like, at no point in looking for whether or not these players are getting recruited did you find, oh, this football program is 2 years old.
Not yet. It's like a year. It's like it had one season underneath its belt and one game.
It turned one this year.
And let's put them against the most ridiculously factory-made fucking athletic high school.
They don't have a win yet. They played this team that we're scheduling them to play last year, and they lost 56-6.
And you know for a fact that 6 was a petty little touchdown, like a little pity.
Might
Go
have
ahead.
been 2 field goals, man.
It might have been 2 field goals.
They just have a dirty kicker.
What a stupid thing to do. I mean, good for them. They got an ESPN. I guarantee their enrollment at their fake school has probably gone up way.
They got what they want. I don't know. Or literally, like, everyone saw this mess and pulled their kids out of this school and said, "What are you doing?
Yeah, what are we
Who is running this place?" And now they have no
going
enrollment.
on here? Someone's got to get in trouble for this, right?
It is, yeah. I mean,
Like, not even on ESPN.
absolutely.
Like, someone at the high school has to get in trouble for saying all that shit and, like, also letting your kids go against grown men.
This is from the broadcast.
All right, throw it at me. Let's see where I stand.
Just so for some context, the game is 44-0. The announcers started playing a trivia game because what else are they even gonna do?
Yeah.
All right, whose presidential library is in Canton, Ohio?
See that? Thank you.
No idea. I have not even close.
William McKinley, the 25th president who was
Why
assassinated.
do you even know that? What?
William McKinley, the 21st president, got assassinated. During a fucking blowout high school football game, you go, what's the trivia? Whose presidential library is in Canton, Ohio? William McKinley, 21st president, got assassinated. Like, what the fuck? How is that a real... Dude, this just seems all made up. That whole thing didn't happen. I'm not convinced any of that happened. The story was created out of nowhere, and it didn't actually happen. No fucking way. I do not believe it for a second. You have the announcers playing trivia. The 25th president who got assassinated. He said it so matter of fact. William McKinley, how did you not know that?
This is a gem.
Wow, that is one hell of a story. And honestly, after the show, I'm gonna look more into it because this is ridiculous. This is insane. That's like the greatest heist of high school football ever.
Yeah.
Like, what they pulled off is insane. I will never forget which president has their library in Canton. Yeah, I know. That is a great trivia question.
That was good.
That I can pull out for the rest of my life because no one, and I mean no one, is going to know that answer. 0 people on planet Earth.
I just cannot believe that.
Wow.
So many twists, right?
Every single sentence you kept reading of that story got more and more ridiculous. Like, every single sentence, there's just another added layer to that. I cannot believe what I just heard. I'm pretty much convinced that never happened yesterday. Someone on ESPN just made up some story.
Yeah, definitely. Did anyone see the game?
Wow. Yeah, hell of a story. I'm quite sad I didn't watch the game myself.
Yeah,
I wish I would have known about this ahead of time. I would have tuned in.
Sycamore matchup.
Wow. All right, what else we got? What else we got today? That was a good one. Wow. That has to be one of the best stories I've heard in a long time.
Mets fans.
Oh, God.
They're not happy.
Oh, figures.
For a lot of things.
Over Mets fans.
Yeah. And so they started booing the Mets.
Oh, no.
And then the Mets were like, "Hey, don't boo me. I'm an adult."
Yeah.
So they started throwing up the thumbs down sign to the crowd.
Oh.
Which apparently they've been doing all week.
Javier?
Yeah, Javier did after hitting a homer. Came around and said, "Don't cheer for me. You can't boo for me and cheer me." And then couple other guy,
Francisco Lindor, Kevin Pillar.
someone gave a thumbs up.
New thumbs down celebration in response to fans booing. What did he say?
All right, so We're not machines. We're going to struggle. It just feels bad when I strike out and I get booed. We're going to do the same thing to let them know how it feels. See, I don't care if everyone gets mad at Philly sports fans. Because they're like, oh, you boo your own players and you make it feel. If you have that attitude, get out. I don't want you on the team.
What, booing the fans back?
Yeah, be like, it feels bad when the fans boo me, so I'm gonna boo them back so they know how it feels like.
I mean, if you don't want your players to boo you, don't boo them in the first place. If I was a player, I'm not like, fuck you, boo you.
No, I'm not saying that the problem is that he's like, but bro, that sounds so soft.
I know.
You know, it actually isn't nice to boo people. I'm gonna boo them back so you know how it feels to get booted. Bro, you're good. You're an MLB player.
You're making millions of dollars.
Like, dude, you're obviously good at baseball.
They're really making me think I'm not good at baseball.
Like, I get it. You struck out. You're feeling back. They're booing. You just gotta do one good thing and start cheering again. It's a crowd. Like it's not like your mother telling her she doesn't love you.
I guarantee when he hit the dinger, people were probably cheering for him.
Yeah.
I do like the boo. Like, I don't like the "you hurt my feelings" thing, but I do like the boo back at the crowd. I wish more players would do that too.
But they're not booing back. They're just like, when people cheer for them to do something, they go thumbs down. We don't actually want your support anymore, even though we managed to lose like 21 out of 30 games in a row and went from first to third in the NL East in a matter of weeks. No, but my feeling soft. Stay in New York. We're gonna boo our players here, and they're gonna understand it. Just play good, and you don't get booed. And you know what? If you're going to just go out there and play bad, that's fine. The only thing that'll happen to you is you get booed.
You're just going to get booed.
That's fine. You'll be okay. You really will.
That is kind of... I do enjoy the whole strikeout, get booed, next at-bat, hit a dinger, turn around and start booing the crowd. That's pretty funny. I like that.
It's just like, something about these... I was just thinking that, like, this guy's staying here. He's an MLB player. He's thumbs downing his own home crowd, and like, yeah.
And especially for who that is, because he's like the golden child.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, I got him. You know what? Checkmate.
Got your asses, all of you. Fuck you guys. Every single one of these fans who still come out to these games and watch our shitty ass play. Yeah, fuck all of you guys. The reason that I still have a job. Yeah, you guys are the worst. Boo.
Look, I get it.
Probably not the move you want to make, if I'm being completely honest. You probably don't want to, thumbs down the only people that actually probably still like you. But it's fine. I kind of want to watch the Mets game today, then.
Yeah, let's see. We'll see if they get booed at.
I want to see turmoil between players and fans. Oh, Mets don't play today. Damn it.
The
should have known.
Mets president, Luis Rojas.
Luis.
He left. He had a very a riveting statement on this. This is the first time. No, this is the first I've heard of the meaning of this.
This is the first
I've heard of the meaning of this. It's a lot of prepositional phrases.
I've heard of it.
I'm assuming that they just like typed it wrong, but the quote I'm reading right here. This is the first I've heard of the meaning of this.
So you're president of your team.
We were always just like,
doesn't know what's going on.
No, he sees all the guys thumbs down, and he's like, they're probably being positive out there.
Wow, you're telling me that when you thumbs down the crowd, it was actually in spite of the crowd? I can't believe this. This is the first I've heard. This is the first I've heard of this. This is like the stupidest response you could have. That's the first I've heard about this. Well, it's been happening all fucking week on your team, so you should probably know about it.
Mets owner was actually pretty funny. Came and said, I miss the days when the biggest controversy was the black jerseys. That's actually really funny.
That is pretty
Shout
funny.
out to Steve Cohen. I don't know if he was like a good guy or not, but that was a funny tweet. So
My boy Steve.
I'm gonna give that a like.
boy Steve.
Oh, never mind. I'm not going over there.
Wait, what did Tyrone Walker just tweeted?
Laughing
face?
emojis.
No, I'm not booing the fans. We are having fun. No different than earlier this year when we were chirping. Please don't look too much into this. It's fair. Salvi needs rest. Salvi is a big boy who's been hitting the ball very hard a lot.
So
Can we talk about the fact that Gardner Minshew got traded to the Eagles and now what the fucking fuck are the Jaguars doing? Now, we have talked multiple times on the show about how you cannot send out your franchise QB year one to go behind a bad O-line, even though it's what you have to do because that's why you draft him, blah, blah, blah. But he's going to get hurt.
most likely.
What did the Jags do? They said, fuck the backup plan.
But we
They said-
never knew.
They said, yeah, no, we'll protect him by not giving him a second option
Yes,
so that there's no question of who's going to be starting this year.
correct.
And the Eagles were like, yeah, we'll take an 18th quarterback, sure. Like, sure. Now, Gardner probably is the second best quarterback on the Eagles. I would
I think he's top
he's
two and he ain't
he's
second.
Gardner, I think he's gonna.
I'm
be
interested to see where they slotted him in the depth chart.
behind.
Oh, Nick Mullins is gone.
Did they cut him?
He is out. So now we got Jalen as the starter. So already we're off to a bad start. And then Joe Flacco's second, Gardner's third.
They also decided to split snaps, not let him take all the first team reps for a dude they traded for a sixth. Yeah, that is kind of ridiculous that they were like, yeah, this is a QB competition here, blah blah blah, and then trade him around for a sixth.
Yeah,
While not giving
yeah.
Trevor Lawrence the reps he probably needed to. It's just, what the fuck are you doing? Now there's things coming out where Urban Meyer's treating his locker room like a college locker
Yeah,
room.
it's
People aren't happy.
people are very unhappy.
Oh my God, this
Oh
is
no,
really
the
bad.
Jaguars aren't good at football this year. Who would have thought? Who would have seen it coming? Maybe once T-Law gets out there with his Jesus the Messiah like hair
Yeah.
and his strong facial features, maybe he'll save Jacksonville and the Jaguars.
Wait,
But probably not.
JK.
J.K.
Oh,
Dobbins.
Oh, what happened to him? Can I
Yeah.
say something?
Yeah.
Did he get
Oh yeah.
Did he do?
He gone.
Oh,
ACL.
I fucking hate that
I
shit.
know. It's very sad.
I hate ACL so much. That literally, dude, when I was playing sports, that was my worst nightmare. Is that
Tearing an
one
ACL.
day, at any time, I was gonna play it wrong and my knee was gonna go out. That was the scariest thing I could ever think of. And when I thought I did tear my ACL the one time, I was panicked. This is bad. Oh, those are such fucking terrible injuries. Go see Adrian Peterson's doctor. That guy's good at what he does.
Yeah, true.
Derrick
Apparently.
Rose /AP /Dalvin Cook /Teddy Bridgewater / every person that's ever come back from a knee injury better. Go see that guy. That guy's a good guy. Ravens won 20 preseason games in a row, though. Totally worth tearing your late running backs. Dude, this is the thing. Like, at one point, it was kind of a joke of like, Ravens are try hard in preseason. No, dude, this is what fucking happens when you try hard in preseason. Like, this is literally what happens. Shit like this happens. Oh, yeah, T.Y.'s out for what? I saw through...
2 to 3 weeks, yeah, something like that.
Okay, I thought I saw till week 4, they're thinking. I didn't see the left tackle got injured as well. That's not Quentin, right?
That is Quentin.
Is that Quentin?
Or maybe he's what, the Colts left tackle?
Yeah. Oh,
That was a
Eric
backup.
It's the guy from Kansas City, Eric Fisher.
Yeah.
Correct?
Latest setback continues to. But then
Oh,
also,
Sam. Oh.
okay, so their backup left tackle Sam Tevi's out for the season with a torn ACL.
Okay.
Then that's 2 days ago. So maybe he was another.
So I think Eric Fisher might be the starter, but
They
he
reached
also has
deal with
second.
Eric Fisher.
Yeah.
It's a 1 year, $9.4 million deal to protect Carson Wentz's blindside.
Yep. Nelson's at guard. Okay. Nelson's at guard. No shot. Fisher was going to play this year. What's he coming back from, Braxton?
Torn Achilles in the AFC Championship game.
Fuck that. You aren't ready for you aren't ready for a season. Are you kidding me?
No.
AFC Championship game, and you're already trying to come back on a torn Achilles? Fuck no. His name is Sam Tevye. Yeah, torn ACL. Damn. So now they've got Eric Fisher, who's probably not going to play for a while.
No.
Their backup left tackle is now hurt. Are they going to have to sign someone?
Probably.
They're going to have to sign
Let's see who's left.
someone. They're going to have to. But good luck at this point in the season trying to get a starting left tackle. You mean
Yeah.
the most important position.
Especially when you don't really have one to even be. So, but man, the rest of that line's really, really good. Braden Smith, Mark Lewinsky, Ryan Kelly, Quentin Nelson.
Yeah.
Right now it's Will Holden, which is an unfortunate last name for a left tackle because he do be Holden.
He do be Holden. No, that's not good because that is his blind side.
His number's 69, 5th round pick of 2017 out of Arizona. From out of Vanderbilt. 27 years old, 6'7", 330. Sheesh.
Yeesh. Braxton, yes, Nelson is also hurt, but I've heard that both him and Carson are supposed to be week 1 ready to go.
Nelson's invincible.
They had the exact same injury, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
What was it? What is that injury, by the way? It's a foot sprain?
Yeah, so I think it's something to do with like
A bone in your...
There's a bone in there, and it's basically like there's like a little piece that can come loose.
It's like a spur or something.
Yeah, it's
right?
basically a spur that then can come loose and kind of like pop under like the arch of your foot.
Yeah.
And then messes with you. And they both had it, and it was really weird because it's a very like, I don't think it's ever been.
I keep hearing about it now because it keeps happening, but I feel like I've never heard of that before. Because at first they were like, he could be done for a while.
Yeah, it was originally 5 to 12 weeks.
Yeah.
So
and also they're like, oh wait, no.
Obviously, I mean the 5-week timetable does put you back week 1, but then there was 7 more weeks after that it could have potentially been. But it's weird because it's more of like a developmental thing that you'd be like born with more so than a injury from contact. So it's weird they both had it and both just found out about it. So that means that Carson's never even unlocked his true potential yet. So we'll see that. That means Q hasn't unlocked his true potential yet. So he's just gonna put people through the dirt. That'll be interesting.
Is it a Liz Frank injury? I just looked up Liz Frank. I don't know. At first
I'm just sitting here in a desk.
At first I thought he was trying to get me on something, and then I looked it up, and apparently it's a real thing. So
Liz Frank.
I had to double check my sources though, just in case. Well, you got anything left, or we'll be kicking it to a little break and a little bets time?
Let's see. Anything else fun? Booing.
What else happened this weekend? Anything else happened this weekend? Anything crazy?
Yeah, not really, man.
U.S. Open starts today.
Ooh.
It's all fucking tense. Actually, I think it's starting damn near like right now. Oh, I should probably text Tennis Man himself. All right, fellas. Let's kick it to a break. A couple minutes, unless...
Did you see in the 49ers game this weekend?
I did not.
Real quick, this is funny.
Okay.
Shanahan just kept literally snap to snap with switching Jimmy and Trey.
Really?
The 49ers are now the ultimate sneaky little sneakers. Because remember the whole draft buildup. At no point were they getting Trey Lance until they picked, you know?
Yep.
They were sneaky little sneakers. Now, apparently, Jimmy G's playing the best football of his life. Trey Lance playing the best football of his life. Who's starting? We don't know who's going to take the next play, bro. Like,
We don't even know who's going to be in the huddle for the next offensive series.
after 2 drives, Jimmy Garoppolo had 14 snaps. Trey Lance had 10. There was a point in the game where Trey Lance went in, handed it off to Raheem Mostert. Then Garoppolo went in, handed it off. Then then Trey Lance went back in and handed it off again. 3 handoffs in a row with a different quarterback each time to the same running back. Amazing. Just amazing little sneaking around. Little Shanahan going like this. And he's just like, they'll never know. They play the Lions in the season opener. They will see, and they're going to have to look at that tape and consider that the 49ers could potentially actually rotate quarterbacks in their game.
I don't see... Honestly, we've never seen anything like that, but I don't see why they wouldn't at this point. I mean, you're a run-heavy offense in the first place.
Because one of them's probably better than the other one.
Until you figure it out.
Yeah, I guess not.
You know how hard it would be for personnel to, like, practice or, like, learn 2 quarterbacks for one game?
Yeah, only problem is, it's also hard for your team to learn how to play with 2 quarterbacks.
Crazy because Mostert got the lowest chance of being on the field by week 3.
Dang.
Twitter people have been straight dumping on the FanDuel boost. Yeah, dude, it's FanDuel. Like, you realize that that's an intern's job, and all their job is to find things to boost that they know are not going to happen, or they have a very strong feeling about not happening. It is literally a specific job for an intern. Barstool was hiring for them like a month ago for that job. It is literally an intern that sits there all day long and says, how can I fuck over people the most by putting a boost on something? And everyone's like, I don't understand why the bet that they're giving me better odds for keep losing. Ah! I'm like, gee, I wonder fucking why. I wonder why that bet keeps losing. Just bet the if you ever see a FanDuel boost, you bet the other side. Very fast. I think they're like 0-40 in their last 40 fucking boosts.
That's insane.
Like, they haven't hit one in I don't know how long. Barstool last night was doing the fights. They didn't win one bet. They didn't win one bet. Not one fight they predicted, including Tyron Woodley.
Jeez.
Not one bet they predicted.
That's pretty sorry.
No.
Oh, apparently the Colts backup quarterback Sam Ellinger is also now out for 4 to 6 weeks.
Cool.
They're having some problems over there.
Yeah, they are hurt everywhere.
What is in the water? Lead?
Possibly. All right. We'll be back in 4 to 5 minutes. Kick to a break. Let's set up for bets. And let's fucking make some money today.
Oh, yeah.
God, I'm ready.
Yeah.
God, I'm
It's
ready.
about to be that time.
It's about that time.
For now.
We'll see you on the other side.
Yeah. Fellas!
Hey, need my microphone back. Hello, hey.
Back now.
Fellas, it's time for bets. It's that time of the day.
It sure is.
It's time to make some money! Let's go! Alright, MLB slate, here we go. First game of the day, my Minnesota Twins on the road with Bailey Ober on the mound. Going against Detroit Tigers and Casey Mize at home getting plus 105. Bailey Ober 1-2, 4.06 ERA, 1.24 whip, 4.2 average innings pitched, on base percentage of 302, and his earned run game log is 0.2031233405. So he's got some good stuff. He's not terrible, but he's not great. He's definitely going to give up some runs. Casey Mize is 7-6, 3.55 ERA, 1.16 whip, 5.1 average innings pitched. He has an on-base percentage of 306, so very similar to Bailey Ober. His earned run log 0.234040221. So pretty similar pitchers here. Casey Mize definitely does give up more dingers, but definitely both pitchers that can be attacked. Both pitchers can have a bad game. Both pitchers could have an okay game.
True.
I don't like this game at all, especially because it's the early game, especially because the Twins are in it, and especially because Casey Mize is on the mound, who I do not know how to read anymore. He used to be really good, and then he was really bad, and now he just doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know if he's good or bad at this point, and neither do I. So I cannot bet on that game. Over-under set at 9. I don't like that over, but then Tiger's been hitting every under. I don't think I like it. I know for a fact if I put a bet on it, it's going to lose because it's a Twins game. I know for a fact.
Why don't you just do one for the rest of us then? You know?
The game total over. That's if I was a betting man. That's what I'd be betting.
Was that 9?
9.
Yeah, maybe.
Twins bats have been pretty decent. Detroit's have not, but it's Bailey Ober, who I know will give up some runs because he's Bailey Ober.
Well, the last time they played, it was 17-14. The time before that was 6-5, then 6-5. Then it was 7-0 and 5-4. So,
Man, pretty close.
only time it didn't hit was a 7-0 shellacking.
Shellacking, facking, lacking.
Dang,
but no, the over
17-14.
Yeah, that game was crazy. Yeah, over 9 if I had to pick one, but I'm not putting bets on that because I don't want to.
There you go.
I don't want to. I don't like it. Dude, how are you supposed to predict the Twins at this point? Like, they literally win games when they're not supposed to. They lose all the other games. They hit a lot of runs, and then the next game they'll hit 0 runs. They beat the Brewers, and then they'll get stomped by the Brewers. I just don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. But we move on to the St. Louis Cardinals on the road. John Lester on the mound with getting plus 184, going against Luis Castillo and Cincinnati Reds at home getting minus 200. John Lester is 4-6, 5.27 ERA with a 1.65 whip. So on the surface, his stats are not great. 4.2 average innings pitched with an on-base percentage of 370. Whew. Jeez, John, relax. His earned run log is 1.4156303220. So in his last 3 games, he's actually been pretty solid. He went 5.2, 4.1, and 5 innings. Gave up 1, 4, and 1. Strikeouts, not so much. Walks are a little high, but he hasn't given up a dinger in 4 games, which is good for him. So I'm gonna say that John Lester has a shit game today. I think John Lester's gonna get crunched. Yeah, I do not see John Lester playing very well today at all. It's going against Luis Castillo, who is 7-13, 4.29 ERA with a 1.38 whip, 5.2 average innings pitched, on base percentage of 331. His earned run log, and this is all normally 6 innings, is 2.1381031031. So he's been relatively consistent besides that 8 that kind of got splatted in there. Other than that, he's really only given up 3. This is the same guy who fucking sucked at the beginning of the season, and now he seems to be doing a lot better. A lot more control and everything. Now, does that mean the Reds win this game? I'm not sure. What do you got on this one?
I don't care who wins it, long as the over hits.
Yeah?
I think it's over City. It's only at 9 right now, which is actually a little lower than I thought it would come in at. Cincinnati, it's about 10.7 runs per game in their park, which is real high. Obviously the Cardinals aren't great bats, but I think they just get shelled and probably put up 1, 2, maybe 3. Reds probably put up 6, 7, and that's about it.
I was kind of hoping the Reds would be at 4.5 on this.
Yeah.
I don't like the 5.
I didn't like the team total. I didn't like, and there's too much juice on the money line, and I don't want to take a spread or run line or nothing. I think I just like the over.
That's fair.
This season, their matchups have gone 10-6, 5-3, 6-5, 8-7, 5-2. So it can go under, but the overs have been very much over. And the unders have been close. So
Okay. I don't have a play for that game either. I wanted to take the Cincinnati Reds over 4.5. I figured it'd be a little bit juiced, but I'm not laying over the 5.5. I don't trust it. I also don't trust the Cincinnati Reds to win this game, even though they should win this game. I feel like the Reds shouldn't be getting minus 205 on just about anyone.
no, it's very juiced.
That's very juiced. I see the minus 1.5 to minus 105, so it's not bad, but that means the minus 1 is probably minus 180, which still isn't worth it. Minus 170 maybe.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's worth it. But that's the first 2 games. Yeah, that's the first 2 games.
Yep.
Third game. Zach Wheeler on the mound for the Philadelphia Phillies on the road going against the Washington Nationals. It looks like Philly's getting minus 150-ish, Washington getting plus 130-ish. Zach Wheeler is no longer a good pitcher, by the way.
No, something happened along
Something
the way
happened to this guy. Now 10-9, 2.9 ERA, 1.01 WHIP, 6.2 average innings pitched. But listen to this fucking earned run log: 5, 6, 4, 0, 4, 0, 1, 4, 4, 0. Something happened to this guy. I don't know what happened, but something happened, and now he is also not a great pitcher anymore. He's going against, is that Josiah Gray, right? Yeah. Josiah Gray, 0-1, 3.75 ERA, 1.19 WHIP, 5 average innings pitched. He's only given us 36 innings this year with a 291 on base percentage, but the 36 innings has actually been pretty good.
Yeah.
He started out with 2 4-inning games, then they gave him 2 5-inning games, and now they've given him 3 6-inning games. His earned run log is 2.23, 1.124. Strikeout, he's a big strikeout guy. Lets up a lot of dingers, though. A ton of dingers. In his 7 games that he's played in, his home runs are 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 3. So he's giving up a dinger in every single game, and he's averaging 2 dingers a game, actually. Just about 2 dingers a game. So, not a bad pitcher, but he's going to put up some runs against him. There will be runs scored against him. Zach Wheeler is very much struggling right now. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with him. Game total over? Nats team total over?
Nats team total
I think the game total.
is at probably not. I can't even.
It's 3.5 at even money.
Interesting.
Now, they always score 3 runs is the problem. Like, I'm looking at their game log, and it's 4-3, 2-5-3, 5-3, 6-4-8. So that over 3.5 is actually that's probably pretty good, especially with Zach Wheeler on the mound. I'm just worried that Zach Wheeler is also going to come alive one of these games and go like 8 innings and give up 0 earned runs kind of thing, like he did against the Mets about 3 weeks ago, where he went 9 innings, gave up 2 hits, 11 strikeouts, and 0 earned runs. But man, he has really sucked lately.
Yeah.
Like, really bad. And the Phillies' bats have been working again. They finally were able to get into the Diamondbacks. Their log for runs is 7-7-7-7-4-1-7-3-4-2. But it's not like they're pitching great. I think the game total over in this. I think I like that. And I don't mind the Nats team total over either.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd lay it on the
I
Phillies.
like the game total as well a little more, though.
Nats.
Hey,
Phils.
and just one for the player prop boys. Andrew McCutchen has hit a home run in 4 of his last 5 games against the Nats.
Oh, Andrew McCutchen, huh?
Just so we know.
I mean, this pitcher does love to give up the dingers, man. He
Josh
loves it.
Bell has hit a home run in 2 of the last 3 against the Phils. If you want to counteract.
Oh.
Ooh.
Maybe a lot of home runs today?
Yeah, probably not though.
Alright, fine.
Probably gonna be boring.
Josiah Gray. I'm looking for Odubel Herrera.
Wow, the over has hit in their last 5 matchups too. I did not know that.
Oh, hey, I like this over a lot.
Yeah.
Odubel Herrera, gone against him twice, hit him twice. One of them was a home run against Josiah Gray. That could be our home run guy. Bryce Harper could obviously hit a home run today. A lot of people have gone against Zach Wheeler. Not many have done well against him. Odubel Herrera. I'm calling an absolute. No one else is putting a bet on Odubel Herrera today, but I'm calling it. Odubel
Alright.
Herrera home run
Get
against
him.
Josiah Gray.
I hope so.
Odubel. That's such a sick name.
It is a sick name.
All right. So the over in that game, team total Nats over as well. If you want to play that, I think that's a decent bet as well. But I'm just gonna play the game total. BetMGM has 28 plus home runs across all games at minus 115. 28 home runs. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games today. It seems like a lot of fucking home runs.
Yeah, if there's one for every team, that's 22.
Is that
And
not
that's
a
a
lot?
lot.
Is that a lot?
And
That is a lot.
well, yeah,
right?
one team. I mean, each team doesn't normally score a home run in a game. I mean, sometimes they
Yeah,
do.
I guess. Yeah, they probably average just under 1, right?
Yeah, because I think there's enough ones with none and enough with multiple.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine it comes in at more than 1 per game,
I might
which
take
would only be
I would
22.
take the under on that. Honestly.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, that'd be a scary bet to take. All right, next game of the day, Baltimore Orioles.
Uh-oh.
We got Baltimore Orioles on the road with Chris Ellis pitching at plus 278. Going against the Toronto Blue Jays and Robbie Ray getting minus 316 at home. Chris Ellis is 1-0, 3.86 ERA with a 1.29 whip, 3.2 average innings pitched. His on-base percentage is a .345. He's only given us 7 innings this year, though. He gave us 2 games, went 4 and 3 innings, gave up 3 and 5 hits at 0 and 3 earned runs. He gave up 1 dinger. He's only walked 1 guy, and he had 10 strikeouts across those 2 games. So, we don't know much about this guy. They did win. No, they got crunched after he got let out against Tampa Bay, and then they beat the LA Angels, where they let up 3 more after he came out. So, hey, this could be, he's not bad. He's not bad. Robbie Ray is 2.72 ERA. I don't see his whip at the moment. On-base percentage 262. Earned run log 11202100023. So good luck hitting on this guy. His strikeouts are up in his last couple games. He's not letting up very many dingers. The walks are staying low. This guy, I think we just got to bet on Toronto today. Wait. 92% of tickets, 99% of money for Toronto on the money line. Yikes.
Now, here's the problem with Baltimore.
They can hit the ball.
They ruin everything.
They do. They can hit the ball.
So, for one thing, as we know, Toronto is a place where the under hits.
Yes.
We're now 4-13-1 on the over-under
okay.
record. It's averaging 7.6 runs per game. However,
For Baltimore Orioles.
in the Orioles head-to-head games with Toronto, the totals have been 11, 16, 7, 12, and 12.
Yep.
Going under 3 times, pushing once, going under once. Sorry, over 3 times, pushing once, under once. And the Baltimore Orioles are just scary because what they come in. They like to just come and ruin everything.
Yes. Yes, they do.
So I'm almost thinking because it makes sense to do Toronto in the under, that I want to take Baltimore in the over.
That's fair.
I think it could sneak an over in here though, especially with it being 9. Yeah, they're gonna score more than 9. And yes, if the question is, do I have 3 game total overs on my sticky note? The answer is yes.
I might have to take the under in this game.
You think so?
9 of their last 10 games have gone under. And it's not even like they missed it by half a run. Like, no. Like 1-4, 3-0.
Of who?
3-5.
Toronto's?
Yes. 2-1, 2-5, 3-1. And then the 7-10, the one over you took. The one that you finally took, the 7-10, and then 1-2, 3-2, 2-1. Now, I get it that 6 of those games were against Detroit, so that definitely has something to play for it. And I think Baltimore is probably a better batting team than Detroit is.
Yeah.
Because Baltimore's a good batting team. Like, their top 4 or 5 in the lineup are really solid batters. It's just everyone else fucking sucks on that team. The pitching sucks. The 6 through 9 hitter sucks. Their base running's stupid. Their defense is terrible.
The Orioles are 1-20 in their last 21 games against teams with a winning record. So
Yikes.
maybe don't take the Orioles.
Maybe don't take the Orioles. I still kind of like the
You know, I kind of like the Orioles team total over.
3.5.
Yeah,
It's not bad. Their bats are
they're hot.
quite alive.
Let's see.
I don't know what to do here.
Over 3
Does anyone know what to do here?
13, 10, 8, 3, 3, and 8. They've only, even when they don't hit it, they hit 3.
That's a lot of
1,
numbers for a day.
4, 0, 2, 4. Oh, but then you go back into real Baltimore, and then it's 2s and 0s again.
I don't know. It's apparently a grudge match between us. Take your bets now. We're both at -110.
Is it who's the most grudgy?
No, I think just that means like me versus you. Grudge match.
Can we do a sludge match?
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be pretty fun actually.
We're like in a pile of sludge.
Yeah.
Braxton to cut the brakes on both of our cars so neither of us make it to the match.
-800.
That's the heavy favorite.
Braxton to crash the match and make everyone cry +300.
And that.
All about the player props, baby. All right, next game of the day. 7:10, we have Boston Red Sox on the road with Nick Pivetta pitching.
Whoa.
+120, going against Luis Patino. And the Tampa Bay Rays at home getting -140. The over-under looks like it's set at 8.5. Pivetta and Patino have very, very similar stats. Both about a 4.5 ERA, both about a 1.3 WHIP, both about 4 to 5 innings. Pivetta, earned run log, on-base percentage, of 315. Earned run log, 4.4103444406. So he really likes giving up 4 earned runs for some reason. It's kind of his special number. Patino, for the Rays, on-base percentage of 306. His earned run log is 2.243045411. I have no fucking clue why this game is set at 8.5. I have no idea why. It makes 0 sense to me. I will be hammering the over on this game. You have 2 teams that love to fucking light up their bats. You have 2 teams that love to give up runs. Give me the game total over. I'm not sure who wins this one. I'm going to say Tampa Bay. But I do not trust it. I'm just going to say Tampa Bay because they have to win. They have to keep winning games because the Yankees are going to keep winning games. Yeah, just give me the game total over. That's all I want. Sox, Rays. Over 8.5. That's a great line, by the way. This should be at 10.
I'm really looking at that Rays team total. I'm really looking at him.
4.5, -105. What do you got on DraftKings?
-110. About the same.
I don't understand why you wouldn't.
I don't know. It looks really nice. I think I will. Because I can't put another over here.
Their bats are 12, 4, 6, 7, 3, 9, 8, 5, 7, 8. So they haven't hit over 4.5 2 times in their past 10 games.
I mean, at this rate, I might as well take that 28 home run bet because, boy,
Yeah, you sure like the overs.
hey,
You better hope for some
I
diggers
love
today.
some unders too. It's just when they're correct.
True.
Because the thing is, I like to pick the bets that will be
This-
right.
The thing is, I'm quite a good bettor.
I'm actually rather elitist.
Brandon Lowe may go yard today.
Tampa, TTO.
Devers might go yard today. I don't really like anyone to go yard in this game. Mike Sonino. I don't know. We just pick Xander Bogaerts to hit every ball that's thrown his way. Still. Nah, I think it's just got to be game total over. And maybe Rays too. I mean, Boston Red Sox are sitting at 3.5, which is way too. I mean, the juice is ridiculous, but
Yeah.
Boston Red Sox at 3.5 is ridiculous because I don't think they've had 2 games in their past 10 that they haven't beaten 3.5, and it was against the Yankees and then when they got blown out by the Texas Rangers. I really like that team total over or that game total over. That is probably going to be one of my favorite bets of the day. Next game. Oh, should I put Rays money line? That Rays gonna win this game. 79% of tickets, 71% of money. The spread is getting 59% of tickets at -1.5. I might take Rays. Maybe. Next game, 8:05. Herman Marquez, -145 for the Colorado
Whoa.
Rockies.
Whoa.
Colorado Rockies. Going against the Texas Rangers and AJ Alexy of the at home getting +125. Herman Marquez 11-9, 3.96 ERA, 1.19 WHIP, 5.2 average innings pitched. His earned run log 5.3702344020. So definitely attackable. He will let up some runs, but he's not terrible. Not the worst pitcher out there. Alexi has not pitched in a game this year, I don't think. Not in a major league game, at least. Alexi Rangers. Yes, he did come from the minor league, where he was okay, I guess. Yeah, he's pretty good. But he's also in the minor league, so... not really sure what to do with this one. 8.5 seems a little bit low again, especially with Marquez there, but I don't trust Texas Rangers to hit anything. What's our team totals in this?
It will come up there in a second,
Okay.
but over here on DraftKings World, they're saying Rangers getting 3.5.
Damn.
The Rockies getting 4.5.
Okay. I would not be placing a bet on the Colorado Rockies today. I don't think that's a safe bet, especially with them on the road, especially with Marquez on the mound. -140 is probably the right line, but I just don't trust them to win this game. I think there's going to be a lot of runs scored, but I'm tired of pitching on these minor league baseball players that come up and all of a sudden have a good game out of nowhere for no reason when they shouldn't at all. So yeah, I'm going to stay away from this one. However, over 8.5 is still a solid play.
I'll tell you, dude. That's just. My name just something was just looking at that. In Arlington, Texas, where the Rangers live,
Yes.
they average 8.5 runs per game. If you combine the average runs per game from the Rockies and the Rangers, it's 8.5. So,
Quite literally, like the line.
can you bet on exactly 8.5 runs?
No. No, you can't. That is
Just
not.
one guy's stranded on second, and he just stays there.
Yeah, you're like, hey, that's half a run, right?
It's halfway there.
Yeah. Or maybe like he gets tied out or he gets tagged out at home, but it's like exactly a tie, so we're like, we'll give him half a run.
Yeah.
We'll give him half a run.
Ooh.
Tampa has the lowest average score in the MLB. Rays dug into their bullpen yesterday too. Tampa has the lowest average score in the MLB. I'm still taking it over. I didn't know the Rays had the lowest average score. kind of crazy.
Yeah, I didn't either. It doesn't.
He did get into their bullpen yesterday. I didn't even think about that one. All right, next game. We have. Is that Corey Kluber? It is Corey Kluber. Corey's back. All right. Corey Kluber is pitching for the New York Yankees tonight. I do not see any lines, and I do not see a pitcher for the LA Angels. Corey is 4-3 this year, 3.04 ERA with a 1.2 WHIP. He's given us 53 innings. He has not pitched since May 25th, so May, June, July. That's a long time ago.
That is a long time, according to my math.
He was doing okay. He was definitely not bad. They didn't give him a ton of innings. He was kind of sporadic in all of his innings. He did throw a no-hitter, though, right before he left. 9 innings, 0 hits, 0 earned runs, 9 strikeouts, 1 walk. Wow, he almost had a perfect game. That's pretty crazy. If you don't know who Corey Kluber is, he used to be an insanely good pitcher. He still kind of is, I think. I don't really know what to do here, but I can't imagine that Corey Kluber loses this game. I don't know who the Angels pitchers are, so we'll have to wait on that. But off the top of my head, I would think that the New York Yankees are probably going to win this one. If Corey Kluber still has his stuff, which he should. We saw Chris Sale. I feel like Corey Kluber and Chris Sale are similar pitchers, and now it's two completely different people and have completely different injuries that they come back from. So I can't tell you. But that's what this kind of feels like. They're going to get a Chris Sale back. Playoff push. Get Corey Kluber back. Playoff push. I see this going pretty well for the Yankees tonight. But we don't know who the next pitcher is, so I ain't putting a bet on it yet.
Wah, wah.
Next game of the night, 9:40.
Sorry, Angels.
Yeah, sorry. We got the Padres on the road at -205 with Chris Paddock on the mound going against Tyler Gilbert and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Ooh, we got a free. Oh, it's not spread knowledge.
Boo.
Ooh. All right, anyways. Getting into this one. Now, I think the Padres have a problem against the Arizona Diamondbacks because they can't fucking beat this team. They cannot beat them. They've played each other so many times this year, and I'm pretty sure Arizona has won more games than they have. Like, they just can't. They can't beat them.
That crying dog outside is me.
101 degrees.
Diamondbacks. Jeez.
Yikes. Chris Paddock, 7-6, 4.74 ERA, 1.31 WHIP, 4.2 average innings pitched.
How's his circulation?
Better be good.
That's what we gotta know.
Earned run log 3.04183522, so not great, honestly. Tyler Gilbert, he's the guy who came in and threw that no-hitter against the Padres. Since then, he went 9 hits, 4 earned runs across 5 innings, and 3 hits, 2 earned runs across 5 innings. So honestly, I knew he couldn't hold the standard of having a no-hitter on his first MLB start. But hey, your next 2 games were in Colorado, where you went 5 innings and only gave up 4 earned runs, which is not bad considering what some pitchers have done there. And then you pretty much stuck it to Pittsburgh pretty well with 3 hits, 2 earned runs across 5 innings. So he probably only go 5, maybe even 4. But I don't think you're just gonna ever see this guy really like blow up. I don't think you're ever gonna see get really laid into. Now Chris Paddock, on the other hand, I don't think is very good. I think the D-backs here. I truly think the D-backs might win this game again. I don't know why. Like, I think Tyler Gilbert's better than Chris Paddock. Now I get it, our sample size is pretty low. Arizona Diamondbacks at home. Padres have been struggling. Padres have won 2 in their last 10. D-backs has literally been on the road for 10 straight games. Now they're at home. Where, remember, before, when they were at home, they were dominant. They won that 6 out of 7 or whatever, all at home. Hey, D-backs. Give me the D-backs today. Or their team total.
That would be a 3.5 minus 125.
It's not bad. I think they can score 4.
Not bad.
Let me see what the hell they've been hitting the ball. 4.068525.824.
Wow.
It's not
Pretty
bad.
solid.
That's not bad at all. Yeah, give me the Diamondbacks. Honestly, I might put that in an alt line and just do like the plus 3.5 kind of thing, because it'll probably be a really nice line actually, with them at plus 167 on Padres look like they're getting 82% of tickets, 60% of money.
Oh, yeah.
That's a parlay line if I've ever seen one. And their spread is getting 88% of tickets. Let's go, Diamondbacks. Come on. Actually, Diamondbacks plus 1.5 is plus money.
Ooh.
It is dead even.
Interesting.
Well, that might be a good team. But I think they win the game. I really do. Moving on, though. We got 3 more games tonight. Corbin Burns back on the mound from Milwaukee. Going against Johnny Cueto and the San Francisco Giants. Braxton was in my DMs saying that we need to bet on. Or he takes dumps on Paddock. I'll be happy to take the D-backs here until the Padres show me. Yeah, I'm with you guys. Braxton was in my DMs this morning telling me that I had to take the Giants today. With Johnny Cueto on the mound going against Corbin Burns.
You can do it.
Burns. Thank
There you go.
Bless America. Corbin Burns, 8-4, 2.3 ERA, .95 WHIP, average innings pitched 6. His his on base percentage, is a .250. You know who he looks like? He looks like our good friend on Twitter.
Oh my goodness, he does. Corbin.
It might be him.
It might be.
Hang on, I gotta take a picture of this. He really looks like him. Anyways. What's his name? I can't think of his name on Twitter. Our friend from the South. He was literally just on our Twitter the other day. Come on. Where is what?
Bruce?
Yeah, Bruce. Sorry, Bruce.
Corbin Buttercrisp?
Yeah. Corbin Buttercrisp. Bruce Burns. Anyways. Seriously, if you know who Bruce Buttercrisp is on Twitter, the Corbin Burns looks exactly fucking like him. Like they're twins. Corbin Burns, earned run log 4.0015101111. He's going against Johnny Cueto, who has a 3.73 ERA, the 3.14 on base percentage. His earned run log is 0.3203145503. I definitely trust Corbin Burns more than I trust Johnny Cueto. I definitely trust the San Francisco Giants more than I trust the Milwaukee Brewers. I'd be staying away from this game and just watching because it'll probably be a good game. And I hope the Giants win it. But I am not going to place a bet on it because I don't trust it. The over-under is set at 7.5, which is kind of low. Johnny Cueto is known for letting up some runs. And Corbin Burns has been good, but he has this little sporadic games every once in a while where he's not so good. I don't think it's worth a bet. I don't know how you feel about this.
It's heartbreaking. I don't know. Maybe just Giants with plus money.
Yeah, that's kind of what we've stuck to. Giants are getting 63% of tickets, 57% of money. That's home dogs. The spread is getting... Where are the Giants at? Giants are getting 80% of tickets, 99% of money at plus 1.5. So, that's a little scary. I don't like it. I don't like that game. I would not be betting on that game if I were a betting man.
Which?
I didn't say. Oh, I didn't say this. I said something fishy about this. Oh, okay. I think that's the right line there. Corbin Burns is probably a better pitcher than Johnny Cueto. Giants at home is getting them, because otherwise Giants would probably be like plus 130 with these two pitching matchups. But at home, I think this is about right. Maybe it should be closer to plus 100, but they are. Hey, San Francisco at home though. You don't bet against them. Next game of the day, 10-10. We got
they haven't
2-10
played in San Francisco this year.
Really?
Their only matchups they've played 3 times, only in Milwaukee. It's gone over once, under twice. But interestingly, and San Francisco's 2-1. Milwaukee's 1-2. But San Francisco plus 1.5 has hit all 3 times. So that's interesting.
Well,
I might just draw the Giants just for
value.
Just to have a value little underdog money. I always you gotta have at least one dog somewhere.
Yeah, that's fair. Houston at Seattle. We got Luis Garcia for Houston Astros pitching on the mound, getting -161, going against Chris Flexen. Seattle Mariners getting +140 at home. Garcia and Flexen. Garcia 10-6, 3.21 ERA, 1.09 WHIP, average innings 5, 277 on base percentage. His earned run log is 0.3205.501. So definitely attackable, but he has good stuff every once in a while. Every once in a while, he just throw some dimes out there, strike a fuckload of people out. He doesn't walk anyone. Very sporadic. Can be bad, can be good. Chris Flexen, 11-5, 3.54 ERA, 1.24 WHIP, average innings 5.2 with an on-base percentage of 308. His earned run log is 1-1-2-3-2-7-2-1-0-1. Wow. So very solid Chris Flexen. He's had one blow-up game, and that was against actually Houston. But solid pitching for Chris Flexen. I still don't necessarily trust the Astros too much, considering they just lost to the Texas Rangers 13-2. Considering the fact that they really struggled against Kansas City for a while there. They just don't look like the Houston Astros that I want to be dropping. I guess -160 is not bad though. Head-to-head, looks like Houston's had the better of them this season for the most part. Actually, for a good chunk of the most part. They also score a lot of runs against them, but I don't like the over in this one. I might do like a Seattle +3.5 alt line with Diamondbacks +3.5. I don't see the Astros winning by a shitload on this.
Last 6 Astros Mariners games have gone over. 8-6, 11-4, 12-3, 15-1, 6-3.
Astros are getting 62% of tickets, 98% of money on the money line. The spread is getting 51% of tickets on the Mariners, 94% of money on the Mariners at +1.5. That's interesting. So money line getting absolutely slammed on by the Astros, but the spread, everyone thinks the Mariners are going to keep this one close.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. I might have to take
over.
Yeah.
Overtime. And I'm gonna make.
Flexing gonna get shelled.
I don't know if he gets shelled, but it'll be more than 8.
Shelled.
Like everybody gives up a perfectly appropriate amount of runs.
6-4. It'll be a nice game.
Yeah, pleasant. And I think I got 4 overs on this. So I think I'm gonna make an alternate over parlay.
That's smart. Very smart. Very smart. That is Houston versus Seattle. Like I said, I might take the alternate +3.5 for Seattle, but other than that, I'm probably going to stay away from this game. Chris Flexen is a good pitcher, but it is the Houston Astros who can score 13 runs at will whenever they feel like they can. Last game of the day, we have the Atlanta Braves on the road, +185 with Drew Smyly on the mound going against Julio Urias and the Dodgers at -210-ish, 220. Drew Smyly's 9-3, 4.54 ERA with a 1.36 WHIP. On-base percentage of 320. His earned run log is 332, 330, 3301. So he's probably going to give up 3 runs across 5 or 6 innings. That's what he seems to always do. He really likes doing it. Just keeps doing it. Julio Urias is obviously a stud. 14-3, 3.17 ERA, 1.05 WHIP. On-base percentage of 270, and his earned run log is 0.020114112. I have a feeling the Dodgers are getting slammed on today. No, 65% of tickets, 67% of money, not bad. Their spread, which by the way I'm done betting on Dodgers spreads from now on because it's just not worth it, is getting 96% of tickets. Dodgers are going to win this game. I'm just going to write Dodgers money line. I'm not going to do anything else special with it. I'm going to throw that in a parlay with something else and call it good. And that's that.
Let's see what this little parlay ends up being. I like her.
What you got?
What can I say?
So he's got Cardinals, Reds over 6.5.
Positive to
Orioles, Blue Jays over 6.5. Phillies, Nationals over 5.5. And Astros, Mariners over 5.5. A 4-team alt-line parlay for +164. It's not bad.
You don't have to buy those down to 6.5 either. Those 7s are a lot more attractive in the odds. I was just buying it down about as much as I could. Besides 4.5, which come on, what am I?
Yeah, whatever.
Baby.
Yeah. Jeez.
But I like that at plus 164 actually.
I like that for you. I'm not a big fan of the 4-team all-line parlays. I try and keep it at 3, but I mean,
I had
5.5 runs.
I wrote down 4 of them. So I was like, you know.
I do not have much on the sticky note today. But what I do have on the sticky note, I really fucking like.
Te gusta.
I like Matt's Phillies over 8.5 and Odubel. They hit a dinger.
Dinger dime.
Dinger time for Odubel.
Double dinger.
Sox Rays over 8.5.
You just are feeling it?
He's got 2 at bats, 2 hits, 1 home run, but he didn't strike out against them.
Sweet.
And honestly, the name is just really doing. I don't know why, because I know who that is too, and for some reason that name is really speaking to me today. Really, really, really speaking to me today. Odubel's gonna do indubitably great things. Sox Rays over 8.5. That is a great play. I fucking love that line. Everything about it. I'm going to hammer that one. D-backs money line I think is a good underdog to take today, and Dodgers money line I think is pretty safe. I think that's a quite safe one. But don't worry, fellas. Still, there's another sport to talk about.
Oh. What's that?
The WNBA.
Ooh.
Wait, it's Monday. I'm sorry. I just said that to everyone. I'm sorry. There's 4 games tomorrow. I'm sorry. Hey, ESPN did come out with their power rankings for the WNBA, though.
Okay, we can fight with them.
They're bad. It's really bad.
I just need to stretch after that disappointment.
Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed in myself.
Oh,
on that
my
actually.
heart.
Finally got back on track with WNBA with the Sun cover the other day. That was good. It was solid. Appreciated it. But yes, we have to wait till tomorrow. But like I said, the Dodgers. Luke, what about the Dodgers? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, WNBA ESPN Power Rankings, guys. We normally give ESPN a lot of shit, and rightfully so. And then we've also done this every single time they have power rankings.
We've done 2. We have 2 other WNBA.
Yeah,
WNBA
we come out and
power
we kind of
rankings.
tell them, well, you're kind of wrong.
This is why.
Here's
So actually, we have them.
this is
jotted
not the same,
down.
This is not the same list.
So what the most accurate power ranking?
This is
would
not the
be,
same list.
Is that an old one?
No, apparently this is today's, but this is not the same list.
No, it was not. I remember when you started it. Dude, you're getting exposed in the chat. Don't look, bro. Don't look. Stephanie, I don't dabble too much in these alternates.
I forgot it was Monday.
But I like this one. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling good about it.
Oh, by the way,
Might put that Boston game instead of
I do like that Boston. Dude, 8.5. You can probably buy that down to 5.5.
maybe instead of that Baltimore one, just because Toronto and they love that under. Yeah. Oh, and it's right. It's so low. Yeah, that might be worth sliding in. We'll see here.
Did they literally take down their first? Oh no, here it is.
So we were right. They were wrong.
Dude,
So much to the point that they actually removed it.
Kelly Cohen,
Yeah.
ESPN, 9:00 a.m. Kelly Cohen, ESPN. That's last week's. Okay, that makes more sense. This one's new. All right. WNBA power rankings according to Kelly Cohen of ESPN. Number 1, the Connecticut Sun.
Remember.
Now, there's no one on this planet Earth that would love to say the Connecticut Sun are the number 1 team in the WNBA more than me and you, because we have a plus 800 future from literally one of the first weeks of the WNBA season that said the Connecticut Sun are going to be really fucking good at the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing unbelievable defense. Their offense slacks a little bit, but they have them at number 1. And I can see it coming out of the All-Star break. They are fucking killing it.
True.
They're absolutely killing it. At 1, maybe. At number 2, they have Las Vegas Aces. I think that's a good spot for the Aces.
Yeah.
I think that's solid. And then number 3, they have the Minnesota Lynx. And I don't know where the fuck they got this one from. How you do not have the Sun, Storm, and Aces as your top 3 is beside me.
Pretty wild.
Absolutely beside me. The Minnesota Lynx, no. No. Seattle Storm is number 2 or number 1. And they're like, well, they haven't had a great time since the All-Star break, blah, 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 blah. You didn't start your 2 best players for 3 games. Of course they're not going to look that good. If Sue Bird, the greatest WNBA player
And they were
ever,
still,
and
they were
Breanna
still
Stewart,
winning too, right?
and they're still winning. They went to OT against Chicago Sky. They beat the Liberty. They were still winning games and coming very close to winning games without literally their 2 All-Stars. So, no.
Yeah, well, that'll hurt your power.
So
when
they
it
dropped
comes
the
down
Seattle
to
Storm
ranking
to 4, which is
Jeez.
ridiculous. Because I would be going Seattle Storm. I think it's a 3-way tie for number 1 right now. I think Aces, I think Aces actually drop below. I'd go Storm, Sun, Aces. Or Sun, Storm, Aces. And then you follow it up with the Lynx at 4. Absolutely. Minnesota Lynx deserve to be at 4. Chicago Sky at 5 is bullshit. Chicago
Okay,
Sky
wait.
is not good right now.
Now, who's the best team in the WNBA right now? The most power in your rankings?
I think I have to give it to Connecticut Sun.
No.
I have to do it. And number 2 would go to the Seattle Storm.
There we go.
Number 3 would be the Las Vegas Aces.
Yeah. And then the Lynx.
Lynx give me at 4. I do not think Chicago Sky is number 5 at all. That's bad. Give me Phoenix Mercury at 5.
The Mercs.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Now, the next team is completely. So, where are we at? 5 now? 5 with the Mercury?
Yep.
I would say probably Chicago Sky falls in next.
Who do they have? 6.
They have the Mercury at 6.
Okay.
They have Chicago Sky at 5. And then I'm going to go out on a limb, and ESPN says they're at 10, but I disagree. And it's all because of one person, Elena Delle Donne. If she is healthy, I put Mystics at 6 or 7. I put them pretty high up because she was fucking killing it when she was healthy.
True.
And they were destroying teams. But now, again, she gets pulled out for another game, and now we don't know when she's going to be back again. So I can understand the 10th, but I think you got to give them some credit because if she does come back, they are a fucking menace of a team. They are hard to beat. For some reason, they have... Wait, so now where are we at?
We're at 7. You gave me their 7. Who's their 7?
Their 7 is the Dallas Wings.
So now...
My 8... My 8. I would probably go Dallas Wings at 8. That's good. And then Liberty at 9. And they have Liberty at 8. And then their bottom 3 is real fucked. They have the LA Sparks at 9, which is bullshit. 'Cause the LA Sparks are fucking terrible. I have
Garbage.
Indiana Fever.
Absolute dog water.
I have Indiana
At
Fever
10?
next. Yep.
Wow.
They have them at 12. They still
Congrats,
have them at
Fever. I hate the Fever more than anybody in
I
the
know.
world.
I know.
But they're not the worst team.
They're not the
anymore.
worst team anymore. I go Fever and then the LA Sparks
Okay.
at 11, and then the last team in the league is absolutely 1,000% the Atlanta Dream. And LA Sparks are close because they have some injuries and things. But Atlanta Dream, that whole organization is a disaster. They should probably honestly sell that team. Like, I know that doesn't really happen in the WNBA, but like they should not have a team anymore. That organization is a fucking disaster.
Okay, so fun fact. You guys both have the Sun at 1, and then you don't agree on a single other team. Now,
Sorry to hear.
a lot of them are very close. A lot
Yeah.
of them are within 1, but
Within
there's
one.
not a single other one that actually matches up. So there you go. And a nice little grid that I used another sticky note to make a lines
Nice.
thing. I learned that in like 3rd grade in art class. I was a little artist.
You are a little artist.
I was always drawing, painting.
You're so stupid.
Sometimes we used clay.
Oh, ceramics?
Bro,
Just ceramics for
I always
multiple years.
wish I had like I'm not even I'm talking about when I'm like 8.
Oh, okay.
Like I made a pinch pot.
Nice. I made one too.
They're fire.
Yeah,
That's always one of the things I think would be so cool to be able to just dive into, like pottery and ceramics. Like
On
to
the
have
wheel and
to,
stuff.
to have like a kiln.
have you ever like worked on the wheel and stuff?
No, never.
Really?
I've always
It's
wanted
fun.
to.
It's really fun. It's actually really hard too. It's very hard to do.
I just can't. I would have to be a good time.
It is. It's a fun time. 91 subscribers.
Let's go.
We are now 9 away from 100. Where
That could be this week, dude.
that could be this week. If
Maybe-
we hit
If we get
100, we're
100
popping
by
champagne
Fellas
and shit.
Friday, if we get 100 subscribers by Fellas Friday, I feel like
We're gonna have to do something. I'm popping the bubbly. I'm popping the bubbly.
True.
Celebrating.
I'll come in a tux, dude.
Oh yeah. For 100, I'll wear a suit. Fuck yeah.
All right, yes, tux is for 1,000.
No, I'm tattooed at 1,000. I'm tattooed at 1,000.
Jason,
Tux at 100.
who do you want me to start a fight with? Yeah, we need some drama.
Yeah. Need a. No, honestly, the last week was insane. We got.
Yeah, the drama helped.
And just all of last week was crazy. Viewership and subscribers and everything. So once again, if you are in the chat right now and you're not liked or subscribed to this show, please do.
It would be pretty swell of you. You don't have to.
We
I'm
would-
not your mom.
We would thoroughly enjoy you probably a little bit better if you did.
Yeah, we're just,
Just
the fellas,
slightly.
though. But man, shout out to everyone who's here today.
Yeah, there's a lot of you. There's getting to be a lot of you in here. And I know the lurkers, and I know, hey man, I have people tweeting, DMing me saying they're listening to the show on the car ride home. I have people tweeting or like DMing us telling they're listening at work. I have people telling us that they put in AirPods around the house and are like working around the house when they listen to us. I mean, you got fucking CIA Cam and government job listening to us and shit. Like, this is pretty fucking cool. People
Yeah.
are actually listening, and we appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Because
Yeah.
we have things to say. But no, seriously, appreciate it. That is Monday for us. Oh, look at that. Out here on time.
Look, and shout out Braxton for threatening the ones you're non-subscribed briefly. Your brake lines are sturdy. Bro, I need the big hedge clippers. If you're subscribed, I need to bring the big blade. I need to bring that machete.
Yes, please
tires.
subscribe so that Braxton doesn't come find you in brake lines and stuff. I still have to pump my brakes before I get in my car every single day because I'm actually starting to get a little terrified that my brakes might get cut one of these times. I keep mouthing off to Braxton enough, and I feel like just one of these times he might actually snap.
He'll be in the trunk, go, wild card, bitches, and jump out the back.
I can just picture Braxton being Chow from The Hangover. Like, in the trunk, just comes out naked, just beating your ass with a fucking hammer and then just running away. Aye!
No clothes on. Oh, no, man.
Sean, you can't. Braxton found it funny.
Wild card, bitch. I won as wild card Charlie for Halloween one year.
Did you?
Yeah. And good old Dylan, he went as Fat Mac. I drew Mac's tattoos on his arm with a Sharpie, bro. He had to say, gotta see them.
Gotta see the man bun tomorrow. I think Sean might be getting a haircut here soon. I've heard him talk about it a few times.
I know. It's a lot right now.
I've heard him talk about it a few
I
times.
could bun it up right now, but I won't though. Wild card, bitch.
Boy, if Sean gets a clean shave, slicks it back in a bun,
I don't know if I'll
people
ever
on the
go.
show might cream.
I don't know if I'll ever go clean shave.
I meant like here.
Oh yeah, on the
Like the
side.
sides
I was
and
gonna say my.
If you're doing what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Can we talk
yeah.
about Eric's fit, the jersey with the blazer and the Toms? First of all, it's not Toms. They're slippers. Very nice little slippers too. He's talking about my Instagram one.
Aha, classic.
Angie posted a picture of from
From draft night.
From draft night.
Oh, classic.
Hey, that's a hell of a fit though. Lucky her, she's actually dating a professional athlete, so I don't know what to tell you.
Professional
I had to
gambler.
bring her out to draft night. It's
She's
whatever.
got the T-shirt on.
Yeah,
Right
yeah,
there.
professional
Gambler, bro. Come
Gotta bring
on
her out to
now.
draft night.
I gotta
know.
see this.
But yeah, that fit, I was on fucking point. I was wearing a nice watch for no reason at all, with a suit over my Jimmy Butler, the 1 year that he had. Hey, the Twitter group chat went off this weekend though. I bet you guys did. I really wasn't there because I was let's say I wasn't fully aware of my surroundings all weekend long, so
It was the
It wasn't-
guy's birthday.
wasn't really
you know?
on Twitter and things. It was a long weekend. It was long. I thought I was gonna feel a lot worse today than what I was.
Eric
It
had
definitely
some
took me.
adventures.
Yeah, definitely took me a long time to get up this morning, but my head doesn't hurt. So that's
Yeah,
good.
mine neither. I actually felt pretty good
Well, I
this morning.
might have bashed mine a little bit. It sounded like so.
Yeah. So yeah, that
It sounds like
Yes.
I may have gone head into a wall.
I don't know how else to put it though. You just headbutted a brick wall.
That's what I hear. I don't know how, or why, and I'm pretty sure there was absolutely no reason for it.
Well,
But I just woke up in the morning and everyone's like, "How's your head?" I'm like, "Fine, why?" I'm like, you you kind of plowed your head into a brick wall. I was like, "Really?"
well, you were on the offensive, and you were
Oh,
going.
fuck that wall, first of all. Shouldn't have been there.
You were trying to attack the man in front of the wall.
Okay.
You came in for the headbutt, and he was like, "What?" Just kept going.
Who?
I think it was Gabe. You were just trying to headbutt him.
Nice. Alright, cool.
And he's like, "Bro, I just moved out of the way, and then I just heard his head hit the wall."
Listen, there is no chat over here. It's just Yelmer, my drunker personality. It's
Because he yells more.
yeah, he's an interesting character. But it sounded like I had a great fucking time. So
Yeah, good birthday.
yeah, it was a good time. From what I remember, it was a great time. And then we went to the Phillies game.
That was fun.
It was a good time. Well, fellas, 12:06 on this beautiful Monday. Beautiful Monday with the fellas.
Is it nice out?
Let me check the Phillies game real quick. Actually, no, they're in the Nationals. It's probably hotter than balls out once again. I can't wait for fall when it stops getting 1,000 degrees outside and I can breathe without sweating. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
Like sweatshirt and sweatpants.
Looks like there's a little rain in Southern California towards Arizona. Same as well as the southern little tip of Texas that goes we're chilling up here.
We're good?
No
We're good?
precipitation.
All right.
There is a low pressure front coming in off the Atlantic Ocean. Those in the Midwest will see a high pressure front coming in from the north, whereas there's a low pressure front from the west as well. Severe thunderstorms possible in Colorado, Kansas, and Wyoming, as well as New Orleans, Louisiana. Heavy rain, flash flooding possible in Ohio and Indiana in the southern parts. And general rain in most of the Northeast, Midwest, and the Southwest. So,
Nice.
rainy
Hey,
day.
is there anyone in here getting affected by that big hurricane in that Louisiana? What sound did you make, Sean?
I don't know. Maybe it's my weatherman voice.
I kind of enjoy your weatherman voice a little bit.
The only 10 I see. Yeah, it looks like there is some.
Is
It
that-
looks like there's a lot. Yeah, it's coming
Apparently
up.
It's gonna be pretty bad. They're evacuating people and shit. Right?
I'm looking at the forecast map right now. Yeah, so there it is. It's right here between Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, coming up
Oh, you are
into
gonna get
Tennessee.
smacked
Yeah, it's
into
coming
Tennessee,
up
aren't you?
into Tennessee, and then potentially Kentucky.
Are people getting ready for that? when he said the hook of Texas, then
Oh yeah, I forgot I did that.
then splooged out his
I did
mouth.
splooge.
Splooged. Wow, looks like it's gonna be a pretty nice day for everyone else that's not there though.
Oh, see that's where the Diamondbacks are playing. It's 110. See how we saw that?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, can I do a weather forecast?
Sure.
And I'm
Sure. I'm down. I'm here for it. It's content, bro.
And I
Gotta
think it'd
keep
be
that
good 'cause
content going.
I don't necessarily know what it means. Wow, there's so many different maps. How's the sky cover? It's gonna be cloudy here. It's gonna be cloudy in Louisiana, Mississippi,
I'm gonna
Tennessee.
laugh when there's someone who drops in here that's never been in this show before, and they just came in for the first time right now. They're like, "What the?
I thought they said sports news.
What the?
Yeah, it
fuck?
looks
This
like
is
there's
a
a lot of
sports show."
cloud coverage in Nebraska today. But it's only
Oh.
Nebraska.
Is there an Iowa? Could be a cloudy day for good old Braxton.
No, look, it's really just
Oh
Nebraska.
wow, it really is just Nebraska, like the whole state and then nothing else.
I should put this on the screen. I should put the maps on the screen and then give a weather report. Weather? I thought you said feather.
Weather, I barely even know her.
Oh!
Oh! Alright, we need to get out of here. I am starving, by the way. I'm going to eat so much food after this. You're going to see a hangry Eric if we go about 5 minutes longer.
Oh, you ruined
Stephanie
my
said the
life.
weather announcements is giving her life. You should probably keep going.
I think I don't have much other weather. Well, the way would yeah, I think tomorrow I'll come prepared with a
Okay.
true weather report.
Thank you.
I'm,
That's when you should wear your suit.
yeah,
You
true.
should just like leave for a couple minutes, come back with your suit and everything. I fucking hate you.
This is how we're gonna close it out today, fellas.
Here's Cosmo with the weather. I thought you said feather. And now,
I'm done.
here's
I'm
Cosmo with
done.
the weather.
This show sucks. I'm out.
Alright, fellas. Yeah, we'll close it on the feather.
Alright, that's this Monday. We'll see you tomorrow for Tuesday.
Yep.
We'll be here at 10 o'clock sharp like
Oh, yeah.
always.
As we are.
VIP will be posted shortly.
As it is.
And I'll see you guys on Twitter today.
As we do.
Have a good one, fellas. Take care. Win some money today. US Open starts today. I'll get Tennis Guy rolling, and we're gonna fucking make some money today. See you later, fellas. Have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow.
Alright, see, I could have. Now, see, I almost hit the button and it would have went back to Cosmo saying feather. So that would have led me down a whole nother wacky path. But instead, I'm just describing what would have happened. Bye.